Hi friends, I hope you're having a little... Hi friends, I hope you're having a lovely day today. I hope that you haven't gotten any participation trophies lately because I think they perpetuate entitlement. Today we're going to edit a photo of this handsome gentleman here. And yeah, so let's jump into Lightroom. Let's get started. Okay, friends, family, and coworkers, we are back in Lightroom once again. And every time I look at this photo, I get excited because it's not every day that you get to take a photo of a horribly disfigured zombie mechanic with a dog tongue. This man was very generous to let me take a photo of his horribly terrifying half of a face, tendons and such. I think he has contacts, I noticed. I don't think those are his real eyes, because if so, he would need to go to the doctor. Well, he would need to go to the doctor in general, just overall, but maybe item number 9 on the list would be to get the eyes fixed, because that's a different color than that, and the dog anyway, okay. So today we're going to do my good standard faded film look, no presets, and on top of that, just for fun, I think we're going to make it look just a little bit cold and terrifying at the end. But let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and turn on profile corrections, fix just a little bit of the vignetting going on. Use the 50mm 1.8 at 1.8 at ISO 100, and I shot this on D600, just for anyone who's wondering. And let's get started here. Okay, I'm going to pull the exposure down just a bit. Yeah, I like to get it just nice and anchored where I want it first, and then start to move along. Let's see what we can do with the white balance here. Okay, so a little bit of a change. Made it feel a little more greenish and not, yeah, so greenish, I'd say. Yeah, a little more greenish looking, and that's cool. That's good. That's what I like. So I'm going to go into curves, pull this down, make that a little darker, pull this up, make a nice S-curve. Then we drop this down, crush the highlights just a tad. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that flesh. All those arteries coming out. That's great. We're going to bring, oopsies. Stop it. Just stop. We're going to bring that up about right there, and then I'm going to click that. It's going to be good right there. Then I'm going to push this up. We're going to have some nice contrast there. Then I'm going to bring this down to 31. It's my happy number. Okay, got some nice punchiness going on there. A little bit desaturated. I'm going to play with the white balance a little more as per usual. So I'm going to make the tint a little bit more green. So give it some greenness. Very subtle. Obviously, I'm not trying to make it look like Mr. Grassface. But okay, so I feel good about, man, this already looks good. It's cool because the background is so dark, and so it brings him out so much that, you know, this is a really good situation. We're doing good here. We're off to a good start. I'm kind of amazing. Oh, side note, this guy was maybe a half a foot to a foot taller than me, which is why I rarely look up at people when I shoot, because I'm a pretty tall person. But this guy was ginormous. I can't remember if he was on a ledge or not, but I just remember how tall he was. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we got some grain there. Grain's important. Get some grain so you can see in the shadows. Probably not. Just a little bit of graininess, not too much. Helps out when you pull up this guy right here. It can tend to look a little splotchy, and grain will help that kind of smooth out. We really have a good look already. The blacks a little bit. Bring that up, maybe. No, I like it where it is. It's looking good. This might be a quick one today, guys. Contrast? I like some contrast. We'll do some contrast today. Yeah, okay. We'll bring that up, the shadows up a little bit more. Let's mess around with the individual color saturations a bit. I always like to get that. I always like to really pay attention to that, specifically with lights in the background. I like the reds to be a little more faded than what they could be. So we're going to bring the reds down so they're not so aggressive. And here, I'll zoom in so you can kind of see what's going on. So that's where they were. I don't want them to be like that, so we're going to do that. Gross. Okay. We're, let's see. Zoom back out. What we got going on here? What we got here, friends? Oh, we could bring him out that way. That's kind of fun, right? Down, up. Let's leave that where it is. Play with the saturation. What's the orange doing in this photo? The orange is actually, let's bring that up a little bit. Nice. Okay. Okay. And then yellow. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, bring out the yellow a little bit. That's kind of grungy. That's fun, right? We'll pull that up a little bit. Yeah. And when I'm doing this, what I really try to do is make sure that there is no part of the photo that is being too overwhelmingly so for when I pulled up the yellows, I didn't want a random part of the photo to then become way too yellow because I pulled this up, and that will happen sometimes. So I try to pay attention to that. But it looks like we're not having that issue here. Luminance. Okay, that's kind of fun, right? So we'll pull up the yellow there. And last but not least, I mean, this is looking good. I don't think I'm missing anything. The white balance feels great. I wonder if I could darken it just a tad. That feels okay, right about there. Okay, and then so now let's make it look super terrifying. And a good way to make anything super terrifying is to make it cold. So I'm going to first, bouncing off what I talked about last time around, I like to balance a warm toned image with cold shadows, vice versa in this case. I think that warm shadows can help. So let me show you. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay. Pull that up, and I'm going to pull the balance over here to where the shadows are not so much of the image, right? So boop, bad, boop, good. Okay, so right around there. And then I'm going to go pull this over here to about 199. I like to hang out right there. I'm so specific with my numbers. Oh, come on. It won't let me do it. Oh, don't be... Oh, I did it. Okay. All right. Everyone... All the people with OCD, rejoice. I have to take a sip of my coffee. Okay, then we're going to bring that up. Let's make it look a little bit cool. Okay. So that already feels right. That already feels nice. And then we're going to pull up the shadows a little bit. So just to give you an idea, exactly like I said last time, with the warm image, if the entire image, if all the tones in the image were just warm, it can be very overbearing. Same thing with a cold image. So let me drop this down. It just feels a little, it's not really that bad of a look, but it feels a little bit too cool. A little bit, when there's a lack of contrast, things start to feel funny. So pull this up and you really get a nice effect in these, with these very pinkish red shadow. That's blood red. So just red. There we go. That's the terrifying part. I actually had blood on my lens. It was my blood as I was taking the photo. So very authentic photojournalistic venture, I'd say. Okay, so right about there feels good. Oh man, I'm going to have a good punchy thumbnail for this video. Come on. All right. I feel good about this, guys. I think this feels just right. Could we crop it maybe? Let's have some fun with some cropping here. Right about there. I like it the way it is. If I'm not particularly inclined to the idea of cropping, normally cropping it is... Like, if the photo just doesn't scream crop to me, a lot of times I won't. However, I do love to make my photos 16:9 whenever I can, so I kind of contradict myself there. Sometimes I crop, sometimes I don't. We'll just leave it there. I don't want to crop this time. Awesome. Okay, guys, we are done. I think we had a good little run here. I think this one turned out really nice. It's a good photo overall. This is one of the great things about the Myrtle Beach Strip is you have these very interesting characters because it is such a tourist destination that you have a lot of really interesting stuff going on, a lot of interesting types of people. So that's it, guys. Very good. That is all, friends. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions. Help me scratch your itch better. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope that guy doesn't show up in your bathroom tonight. Okay, bye.